Africa CEO Forum is back. Kigali, are you ready? Kigali. What is the Africa CEO Forum? You are wondering, it is your first time to hear about the Africa CEO Forum. That is what Africa CEO Forum mean. They have this very hot and constructive purposes. Women working for change. The forum aims to increase women's representation in decision-making positions. Why Africa must embrace shared ownership. The outcome that will come out of this forum. African Continental Free Trade Area. Key details about the 2026 CEO Forum that is going to take place on over 2,500 delegates, including CEOs from Africa's largest companies, international investors, and policy makers. This forum is co-hosted by the International Finance Corporation (IFOC) and Jeune Afrique Media Group, reinforcing Rwanda's position as a premier African business hub. President Mamadou Doumbouya, he will head to Kigali for this forum. All eyes will be on Kigali at Kigali Convention Center. Hey, you're most welcome. I'm your man, Don the Great. On this crack it, the Africa CEO Forum is back. Kigali, are you ready? Kigali-Rwanda, are you ready? Hey, Guinea's President Mamadou Doumbouya head to Kigali for the Africa CEO Forum 2026, one of the continent's biggest gathering of presidents, investors, and CEOs, and even business leaders, with Africa's economic future, industrial growth, and investment opportunities at the center of discussions. All eyes will be on Kigali as leaders shape the next chapter of the African development. Hey, you're most welcome. I'm your man, Don the Great. On this, what is this? This is the international political analysis. You're most welcome from wherever you are. Thank you for having hit that subscribe button for the updates, and we're gonna show you love. We're gonna give you updates. We're gonna give you more and more hot news. Hey, even if you have not already hit that subscribe button, please make it, do it for us and for you, because it means what is a great reward that you're giving us for this big work that we are doing. We are really grateful in advance for that. What is this? The African or Africa CEO Forum that is taking place on 14th and 15th. Where? Hey, stay tuned. First of all, there is this very hot question to ask ourselves. What is the Africa CEO Forum? What is this? What is this? But I have the answer for that. Maybe you are wondering, it is your first time to hear about the Africa CEO Forum. Hey, it is the largest annual international gathering of the African private sector, founded in 2012 to connect CEOs, investors, and policymakers to advance the continent's economic growth. That is what Africa CEO Forum means. It serves as a premier platform for high-level networking, deal-making, and public-private dialogue. There are some purposes, the very hot purposes that I really like, since they are for Africa. Africa CEOs Forum, Africa CEOs platform. I really like that. They have this very hot and constructive purposes. The first is to facilitate private sector growth, which means to promote the role of the private sector in developing Africa's economy by providing concrete, innovative solutions. Furthermore, they have this purpose, which is public-private dialogue, which means to offer neutral, high-level space for debating economic policies and fostering public-private partnership. Nevertheless, deal making and investment, which means to serve as a venue for signing significant investment deals and exploring partnership opportunities. Another one is strategic transformation, which remains to discuss. You get it? Trend shaping the business world, including regional integration, industrialization, and the digital economy. Are you flowing? Another one is to advance inclusivity through initiatives like Women Working for Change. The forum aims to increase women's representation in decision-making positions. The Africa CEO Forum 2026 will take place on 14th and 15th May, like this month that we are in. Where? In Kigali-Rwanda. Are you ready for the CEO Forum? Hey, I hope that some things are going to be on fire. And not only that, the gathering will be consisted of over 2,500 CEOs, heads of states, and investors. Are you ready for that? It will focus on the theme, the scale imperative, why Africa must embrace shared ownership. Just give me a minute. Just a minute, I talk about this. This is the theme. It will focus on the theme, which is the scale imperative, why Africa must embrace shared ownership. I really like this point, why Africa should embrace the ownership. Oh God, I really like that. I can't wait to let you know outcome that will come out of this forum. The 13th edition aims to turn AFCFTA. I want you to get me very well. AFCFTA. That is an abbreviation that stands for the African Continental Free Trade Area. So this 13th edition aims to turn the African Continental Free Trade Area integration into concrete deals, boosting regional champions and sustainable growth. Key details about the 2026 CEO Forum that is going to take place on 14th and 15th May. Where? In Kigali-Rwanda, in Convention Center. What a beautiful house to be in. What a beautiful house to be gathered in. Kigali Convention Center, Rwanda. Are you ready for this? I know that you are always ready. You're born ready. Now, key details about this 2026 Africa CEO Forum. The first one is the location and that Kigali Convention Center, Rwanda. 2026 participants, I said over 2,500 delegates, including CEOs from Africa's largest companies, international investors, and policy makers. Agenda focus: high-level dialogues, networking, and deal making, with discussions on energy systems, resource development, and accelerating private sector-led growth. Awards. There will be some awards that the Africa CEO Forum Awards will recognize companies and leaders driving significant contributions to African growth. This forum is co-hosted by the International Finance Corporation, IFOC, and Jeune Afrique Media Group, reinforcing Rwanda's position as a premier African business hub. Guinea's President Mamadou Doumbouya is known for planning to attend this Africa CEO Forum 2025 13th edition. He will head to Kigali for this forum, and one of the continent's biggest gathering of presidents, investors, CEOs, and business leaders, with Africa's economic future, industrial growth, and investment opportunities at the center of discussions. All eyes will be on Kigali at Kigali Convention Center as leaders shape the next chapter of African development. Hey, allow me to thank you again for having tuned in. I'm your man, Don the Great. See you next time on this screen, baby.